guys, how are we doing? It's Dave from Wild Geese. We're answering a question today from an old mate of mine actually. He's currently out in New Guinea doing a bit of security work. He said he's got a kettlebell out there, 16 kilo, doing a bit of work with it. But he was asking a question about something I mentioned a while ago in an old post about the bicep curl with a towel threaded through a kettlebell. Currently he's doing a lot of bodyweight stuff, push-ups, pull-ups, hill sprints and whatever kettlebell work he can do. Bicep curls, it's not an exercise I recommend to many people. However, combat athletes, throwers, people like that, we do find a few elbow injuries. Fighters, you're punching, you know, that arm's going out of speed. If you miss your target, it can be a problem. If you're doing a lot of shadow work, you're extending, you know, you're jarring that elbow, it can be a problem. If your training is heavily reliant on push-ups, bag work, pressing type exercises, and not a whole lot of pulling, you know, you could be having issues there. I've heard a few of the kettlebell guys, because they're constantly working jerk, lockout, you know, the snatch has a pull component, but it's not a real elbow flexion type movement. So every now and again it's something we want to introduce in. I do it occasionally from my training, very, very rarely, but if the elbows are playing up, I will do reverse curl. And barbells are great, they're a little bit fixed. Dumbbells are good, sometimes, definitely like whereas you're in the middle of the jungle and all you have is a kettlebell, this is your best option. Most of the time, because we're using it as a rehab, prehab type exercise rather than a pure strength exercise, we use it relatively lightweight, and I like the towel through the handle because it allows a little bit of wrist rotation. Okay, allows the forearm to rotate. Makes it a slightly more natural movement. The barbell can be very fixed. With a kettlebell, it's a little more natural. Alright? It's as simple as this. Yeah? Stay nice and tall. I prefer the reverse grip for, you know, you're hitting the brachioradialis, which crosses the elbow. It does offer a lot of support, but of course you can do whichever grip you want. Here's your hammer type grip. Okay? Here's a rotating grip where the palms turn up to the top. Yeah? I usually do these at a sort of relatively slow tempo, 4 repetitions. Okay? It's not something you do for low reps. We're working, you know, to counteract the amount of press and punching, and make sure we've got enough strength should a strike miss, or you've really hoofed that ball, the javelin, whatever else, as hard as you can, but as you're coming out, you have enough strength to decelerate that arm before that elbow locks out. I mean, you generally shed a lot of force, so you need that structure. So higher repetitions at a moderate sort of pace, you know, 15-20 reps, you know, done for time, so maybe 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, that sort of pace. I don't like them done fast. All the way up, all the way down, okay? All the way up, all the way down, nice and steady, okay? You know, if you're limited for weight, like, you know, the boy out, well, he just has the one bell, so you may take it into one hand,